What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. Kenny B, Counterpunch to you. You guys come in, hit that like button. Um, I was just working on some videos and doing some thinking. Okay, and I know a lot of people in the huge debate. The big debate is the big number $1 million question: is should Rob McCracken be sacked? Okay, after the second loss of Anthony Joshua's career. And a lot of people, you've heard a lot of people say this, a lot of people say that. He should, he shouldn't, he just needs adjustments. It was up to Anthony, it was on Rob. What do you think? This is what we want to talk about today, okay? Mark D, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Skrilla 50 in the building. Counterpunch to you. Let's hit that like button as we come in because we have a lot to discuss. And in fact, what I'm going to do, let's go over what was instructed from Rob McCracken. I think that's the best way. Frosty 504, Counterpunch, my brother from that Who Dat Nation, 504 in the house. Who Dat though? Bars. Counterpunch to you, Frosty 504. Trevor Noah, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Trevor Noah. Man. Listen, we have to go over this again. All right. What's up, Trevor? Counterpunch to you, brother. Tina, hi. Kenny B, AJ needs to get more experience. Heavyweight trainer, AJ needs upgrade. The old chip expired. Okay. Mo, Alili. What's up, brother, from North Africa? South Africa to North Africa in this place. In the place to be. Mick Ward, yo, counterpunch to you. King Mike Hall, always counterpunch. Bill Burrows, hello. Mr. S, what's up, KDV? Man, we're doing some counterpunching. Jim Brown with that wrench, counterpunch to you, brother. Anton Williamson, what's up? Everything's up. Rob McCracken may be up. That's what we want to know. Frosty 504. In my opinion, AJ could have won that fight easily if he was aggressive. Okay, so Frosty 504, it's on AJ. Okay, Karn O'Connor. What's up? What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Tina, AJ needs a new wicket trainer. Okay, Young Hollywood. What's up? Good CP to you. CP back to you. Time to get the TBE and get AJ sharper. I think I can help him. I think I can milk him. I was going to help him with the Tyson Fury. I think I can help him with Usyk. Sack the coach. Okay. All right, Kurt, who is out there for AJ to pick up? Who would be most suitable? I think who would be most suitable is Lennox Lewis. Why? If he was going to absolutely, positively, I know Karn, I remember. I'm not big on butchering people's name, but if he had to get another coach, it would be Lennox Lewis. And then that wouldn't even be me. Like, that's the best. Why? Lennox Lewis is better at damn near everything than Joshua. Damn near everything. But I think Lennox Lewis can teach him how to beat shorter fighters. And I think kryptonite sometimes to Joshua is shorter fighters. Okay, this now is a shorter fighter that is more equipped than someone that has cement feet like Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz can't get around like that. He can blame it on his knee. He can blame it on his eating too much. You can blame it on whatever. But this guy will not stay on the line and let you jab him to death. Okay, it won't happen like that. So yeah, Lennox Lewis knows how to step back, keep his distance. When you step in, bow, step back, step in, bow, bow. And then if you do get past that jab, you got to worry about that right hand. And if you get past that right hand, but Lennox can shoot it out there and he's right back to where he was. And he's right where he was. He doesn't have to lean in. That's the thing about Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was a sniper with the jab, and he probes with that jab. Kind of reminds me of what Errol Spence does now, except Errol Spence jabs in with his jab. He uses his jab to come in. Lennox Lewis does the opposite. Lennox Lewis uses that jab to snipe you and keep his position. He'll step back to make you step in just to jab you in the freaking face. He's good at that thing. I think he could teach Anthony Joshua that. That's if Anthony Joshua was going to get another trainer. So let's see. Oops, phone died. I'm back. Mark D, counterpunch to you. Nikki Blue Eyes, counterpunch to you, baby. John Shabisky, big up CP. I think Freddie Roach, because he trained one of the best southpaws in the business. Well, that's southpaws. Could he teach someone to beat a southpaw? You know, Lennox Lewis will teach AJ the floating rib shot. Yeah. You know you're gonna show Anthony Joshua that floating rib shot. Film studies between AJ and Rob McCracken expose Rob ain't doing nothing than create a clone. Okay, Mr. S. I'm glad you said that, all right? Because that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so I'm going over the fight. I'm not going over every bit of it. I want to see what the instructions were versus what Joshua does. Okay, so that's the best way we can do it, right? We have to see what Rob McCracken told him round after round. So we'll do all that we can. McCracken has to go. AJ is not his priority because he was with the amateur team. Merton Kolf. You know, you think that had anything to do with it. I mean, he still had John Fernandez there. You know, One for All plus Bully McGuire. Counterpunch to you. Arizism, counterpunch, brother. AJ needs to be a very, very bad guy now in the ring. Mick Ward, I think that the boxer-trainer relationship is different these days. It's not the way it used to be. Okay. I don't know. Mick, I think that depends on who the trainer is versus really the trainer, because I think the trainer is the guy that should dictate what he expects from his fighter. I don't think, oh, it's just different. No, I don't think that. I think at the end of the day, I think these trainers do more than just have a title. I think these trainers, are in control of how they want to train. Okay, it's almost like a manager. If you guys ever worked for any type of corporate company, a lot of managers, if you're a smart manager, if you care for the people that work under you, you want to know exactly how they want to be managed versus how you feel they should be managed. In this, I think, in boxing, I think it should be more of the trainer making that decision. Like, this is what I think is best for you. This is why you hired me. This is what we're going to do because of that. All right. So I think that's what it is. Let's get those likes up. We have over 100 people in here and we ain't been here 10 minutes. So let's get 100 likes at least. Let's get 119. Yeah, everything's good, Arizism. Everything is good. The dark days in the division are almost back. Rob said nothing in that fight. He was just as shocked to witness the preparedness of Usyk. Lewis hates AJ, and Fury he won't be helping with anything. No. I don't know if Lewis hates AJ. I don't know if he hates him. Maybe despises him. Maybe is bitter, definitely. But I don't think he hates him, because I think if Lennox Lewis hated him, Lennox Lewis would not have anything to really comment about Joshua. Here's the thing about Lewis. You can tell there's animosity, or not really, bitterness. You can tell that that's that. But you can also understand that, hey, the way Lennox Lewis explains and talks about Joshua is almost like he still, in some type of way, wants to open an open hand out to Joshua. You know what I mean? I think that's, He's like the prodigal son almost, like, hey, Joshua, I'm still here for you. I'm ready for you to learn that floating rib shot. Rob McCracken, he's a third grade teacher. I'm a college professor as Joshua. Anthony, I'm a college professor. You went to my house in Jamaica. You need to come back home. Nah, I'm good. I'll stick with Eddie. Truth of the matter is, AJ lost confidence to let his fists go after he lost to the Ruiz. He fights scared and freezes when he gets clipped. Kenny B, he does freeze when he gets clipped a bit. I seen that a little bit in the Pulev, but what I also saw in the Pulev fight, though, Kenny B, was him letting his hands go. A new trainer would be good for AJ, but can AJ take criticism? Jim 82, he should be able to, and if he can, he's no different than Deontay Wilder, or how Deontay Wilder used to be. See, that's the same principle. Even whatever you think you know, if you refuse to be taught otherwise, why the hell is that new trainer there? But a lot of people that said, well, hey, Rob McCracken could only take him so far. I mean, can you argue with that based on what we've seen about Anthony Joshua? I mean, honestly, can we do that? Can it be a situation where, hey, okay, that I think that Rob has showed Anthony Joshua all he has to know, and I think all he knew wasn't good enough for Usyk. But then again, was Rob by himself good enough to beat Andy Ruiz? Or did Joshua just go in there and beat a fat Andy Ruiz that thought he could just beat the robotic Anthony Joshua up again? That's it's questions you got to ask yourself before just making a statement. Okay. McCracken did not, in my opinion, give Joshua good advice. With respect, I do believe Joshua needs to sack McCracken now, as I don't believe he can take Joshua for any further. Rob has been good for AJ up to now. Well, maybe he was good to AJ probably up until maybe the Ruiz fight, because if you need someone else and you need aid to aid you, to assist you, that might be just a low key way of saying we need more insight. So we're not going to destroy the anarchy. We're going to just bring someone and add them to the group or the team, which in a lot of sense, it's kind of like, hey, he's going to be stand-in head trainer, just like JD's. JD's was the head trainer of Wilder before Wilder got beat. Then it was Mark Breland, right? Now it's Malik Scott. But he didn't fire JD's, just like Anthony Joshua didn't fire McCracken. He didn't sack McCracken. But he brought someone else in. Anthony just did it because he wanted Rob McCracken to save face. So that's why I believe he did it like that. But then in the case, it's like, well, if you did this with John, what the hell do you need him for? What you need Rob for? But that's just the nature of Anthony Joshua, I'm guessing. Why is Rob McCracken still employed? He's ruining AJ's career. WTF was that travesty last Saturday? Slotello presents. Okay, Teddy Atlas, Jim Brown, that's another one. Teddy Atlas is, he's on the list. Okay, I always thought Teddy Atlas could be anybody's good trainer. But I think that's a guy, though, what he wants to bring out of you what's already in you. Okay, I think that's more of his style. The guy, like, look at Timothy Bradley. He made Timothy Bradley more militant than he's already is. And I thought that was impossible because Timothy Bradley is one disciplined brother, right? I mean, he ran 19 straight miles to get prepared. Not even to get prepared for Manny. He just wanted to push himself. So he ran in the desert 19 miles. Or was it 23? John Fury had it right when he said Joshua has to maul him from the first bell. Mick Ward. Rob McCracken is only after the bag. Damn. Damn, Cal. As you guys actually thought that Anthony Joshua could hold Lennox Lewis's jockstrap. And Lennox Lewis was a bad guy. Simon Brady. AJ needs to dump McCracken, wow, and go to the States and discover a real trainer. AJ has all the tools. It'll be sad if he stays loyal to hinder him. Simon Brady, if you notice anything about Joshua, do you see him leaving the UK for another trainer? I mean, seriously, do you see AJ leaving the UK? He works out at a fucking amateur gym. You know what I mean? Like, do you see him doing that? I tell you what, maybe, just maybe, if Usyk goes in there and does the same thing or even worse, I think maybe he might consider that. You know, so I think at the end of the day, um, I think then after he loses, he'll understand like, hey, there really is nothing to lose because I don't even have another fight to get what I had back. So since I don't have that, I might as well, and I still want to fight. I might as well get rid of everything and try that out. That's what might happen. Dion W coming in with that super chat. AJ just gassed out around 9 or 10 because it was back and forth battle until the end. Then the eye injury. Usyk is just too good. Usyk is too good to not capitalize. Usyk was capitalizing anyway. He was doing what he was doing anyway. Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields. Now that's funny. Okay, let's. There's another one, right? Because we're gonna go through all these cats. Ronnie Shields, Freddie Roach, James, Buddy McGirt. Okay, Buddy McGirt. He may be more neutral than anybody else, but he's also a trainer. He's. Why do matchroom casuals like you, Kurt, think it is what think it was that AJ didn't do. He's not at the level to beat Usyk. Fury and even Wilder. He has no head movement, moves in a straight line, and has 3 shots. Well, damn, matchroom icons, tell us how you really feel. You wasn't saying this shit the other day. I remember you. You're saying that I hated AJ all of a sudden. I want to see him with Barry Hunter. Barry Hunter. Okay. No one in the division has fought all the elite like Usyk. If AJ mauls Usyk, Usyk wouldn't be able to do anything. We don't know. I mean, we said the same shit about Chisora. He mauled Usyk. Usyk survived and still kept putting the punches together and tapping that ass. Capital 2 times. Kurt, you the GOAT. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. More like the wolf. AJ should hire Derek James. That would be funny. Man, take motherfucking AJ, man. I don't want to see AJ over here, man. I don't want to see that big neck motherfucker, man. I don't want to see him, man. I know he got money, man. I don't even want to see that dude, man. Tell him to take his ass back to the UK. Tell him to take his ass back to UK. Talk to Eddie. American trainers are currently overrated. I think it's all about confidence and, maybe, you know, getting through to certain people that other people couldn't. Apart Sugar Hill. That would be a trip. I mean, that's exactly what Vladimir did. Vladimir had that type of block. I call it a fighter's block. I'm responding to the message. What about Robert Garcia? Robert Garcia could get him brain damage, Kenny B. Teach him all that Mexican shit and get his ass, he'll be sounding like Rocky Balboa in fucking a couple years. Just like Abel Sanchez had Terry Norris. Certain people should fight the way they fight based on, their ability to block punches. More exciting don't mean better. More exciting might seem or look or appear better to us. But if you're taking 50% or 30% more shots fighting a certain style, with the, going about it a certain way because a trainer is teaching you, that's all wrong for you on the long run. Maybe it might look good for crowds and you know quick popularity and stuff, and oh man, that was a beautiful fight, that was beautiful this. But at the end of the day, if you're sitting around here talking like a mongoloid, it's not going to help you. So no, I wouldn't advise that. AJ used to bring smoke. What the hell happened on Saturday? Granted that Usyk's good, but I think that AJ just that fought Dillian wouldn't beat him. I think maybe Sugar Hill would be a great trainer, but he's with, yeah, you know who. Yes, Bo Mack or Freddie Roach. Bo Mack might be good. Bo Mack might be good. But then, he has Terrence Crawford, but what part of that is just Terrence versus Bo Mack? You know what I mean? Some of these fighters are already good. You know? Peter Fury. That would be a trip he uses Peter Fury, but it ain't like other people don't use like Oscar De La Hoya after he fought Floyd, he used, even before he fought Floyd, he used Floyd Mayweather Sr. Joshua got exposed again. Master Flip Flop, counterpunch to you. I think at the end of the day, Joshua just was in there with a guy that's elite, and I think he was an elite fighter. I think that's one factor of it. Okay, but here's what this question is about, everyone. Okay, John Fury said it was clear he's an amateur coach. Period. All right. And Joshua needs to think for himself like Fury did when he changed trainers and fought Wilder. Michael Buffer, that could be the case. It could be the case. But is that the only factor? Rob McCracken can't take Joshua any further, in my opinion. Credit where credit is due, but I do think it's time for Joshua to get a new trainer. What do you think, Kurt? Is it time for Joshua to move on? It depends. It depends. Okay. I'm looking at this fight again, right? We're in the first round with 29 seconds to go. What I'm going to do for everybody, and I want people to listen along with me, what Rob McCracken instructed Anthony Joshua to do. Mark Stanton, he needs to get rid of all the cheerleaders and get back to the fighter he was in Klitschko. McCracken can handle that, AJ, fine. Well, I mean, obviously, that was a good left by Usyk. And this is at the very end of the round. Now, okay. I think at the end of the day, when Rob could handle that version of Joshua, but he could handle that fine. Well, what changed? Did Rob McCracken change Anthony Joshua? Can I get a yes or a no? Did Rob McCracken want Anthony Joshua to stop being Anthony Joshua? Teddy Atlas would never trainer AJ. He hates him. No, he doesn't hate AJ. Could Floyd not teach Joshua to move better? I mean, the things that Joshua learned from Floyd is just seeing and watching Floyd. Now imagine what Floyd could probably teach him hands-on. He ain't never worked out with Floyd, to my recollection. Ruiz changed AJ. Ooh, Mark D, counterpunch to you. Or Sir Oku did so. Okay, so these, yes. Oh, Kurt, that's a hella question. What I'm saying is, people are blaming Rob McCracken. Did Rob McCracken change AJ, or did AJ change AJ, or I forgot his name already. Did Ruiz change him? The governor, counterpunch to you. AJ had to change his approach because he can't take a punch. Jim 082. I think it's more to that. I think it's not because he can't take a punch. I think he's weary of getting hurt by punches. Not taking a punch is one thing. Something can scare the cowboy shit out of you. Now, is Anthony Joshua scared? Then he's like, you know what? Let me turn into more of a Mayweather, more tentative guy, but without the skill. Right? So they're going back to their corners. They're in the corner now. Now listen.
Usyk got in a rhythm, bouncing around, moving his head, and landed some good backhands. Really got into his contest well.
Little bit lighter on the feet, okay. Jab. Okay, light on your feet. Move side to side. Okay. Venus, we're talking about the instructions of McCracken. Okay. Keep you guys up to par. This is what we're doing. We're not watching the fight per se. I'm not already done that last week. What we're doing in this situation, we are going from the instructions and seeing if the instructions were helpful or accurate from Rob McCracken. Okay. Rob McCracken just told Anthony Joshua, he said, listen, you stay behind the jab. You move side to side. Don't crouch down. Stay light on your feet. Usyk is daddy. He brought the tools. And use the jab, stick the right hand when it's there, which that could be fucking with Usyk. You know what I mean? So, this is what he was told. All right, stay light on your feet, use the jab, stay off the line. Okay? Calm down. Keep busy with the jab, which let's see, what else did he say? Okay, now John Fernandez said natural movement. So that's two instructions from two different guys because those guys are there. Okay, so keep busy with the jab, right? Be light on your feet. So what the hell is he telling him? Is he telling him to be faster, meaning more light on your feet? You know what I mean? Okay, let me roll up and lock in. Venus_crazy. See, now we're in round 2. All right, so if you guys want to watch along, that's cool because I'm going to start. This is at the end of round 1. What we're looking for is the instruction of Rob McCracken to see if Rob McCracken gave him the right shit. Easy as that. Okay, and based on round 1, okay, when AJ had Tony Sims, AJ was a machine. That's the same trainer that is training Conor Benn now. Okay, well, there you go. How is Conor Benn? One of you guys should be AJ's next trainer on the internet. You know everything. Nuno, Sergio, AJ will come strong than ever, I believe. Well, that's next time. Let's analyze this time. Unbox with Liam. Seeing this, I fear. How would Joshua react if Wilder would hit him clean in the chin? Well, to be fair, Wilder is not a southpaw. He wouldn't be coming from that stance. I think that would be an easier fight for Joshua to train for. Now, that's only given if freaking Wilder is not an absolute beast like Malik Scott claims. Because if Wilder comes in there and does something special with Tyson Fury, then knock him out, then you'll be like, okay, there's a big question mark about Wilder then. Okay, he's got his pound of flesh, he's got his revenge. But then it's like, okay, what else now? You've trained for this guy for how long? I don't know, 6-7 months, maybe longer. I don't know how long they've actually been training because we couldn't get a straight answer out of Team Wilder, but they've been training a minute. Let's get those likes up. I need 200 likes. There's over 200 people in here. I can't have over 130 haters. I can't have that. I refuse to say. Haters, I love you. But I know people don't hate me. They're just sitting here and watching me. Let's hit that like button. Let's hit that like button. Now, let's critique what Rob McCracken said, okay? Be light on your feet, okay? Keep the jab going. Stay busy. Use the right when it's there. Move side to side. Don't crouch. Calm down. And what else did he say? Keep the jab. Now, based on that, here's the thing. Light on your feet, I would disagree with. I mean, I'm like, yeah, be more loose. Try to be quicker. Okay, I get it. Use the jab. All right. Use the jab. Well, the question is in the first round. Well, better yet, here's the second round. All right. So he's telling Joshua, breathe, keep calm, because he knows if Joshua starts to freak out, Joshua's listening. He's looking side to side, nodding, at John. And then, he's watching Rob McCracken. Don't crouch down. Rob McCracken is move side to side. Don't stay on the line. Okay, now, how much of that was helpful, you guys feel? How much of that was helpful? Yeah, AJ angry now. He do better in a rematch, but he will Usyk get like fat like Ruiz. Kurt, I'm coming for you. Andrew Smith, come on. Use the jab, his jab, no authority behind it, just pawed, sniper, nothing. Okay. Now, that was the first round instruction. So you can't say, hey, you know what, he didn't learn anything. We got to watch the second round. So if you guys are with me, tell me if you want me to wait so we can do this together, right? Because we want to make sure if Joshua is at least following instructions that he's taken. You can only do what you're instructed, right? Sid UK, McCracken is an idiot. He wanted AJ to outbox Usyk. McCracken is an idiot. Who else has he trained that is an elite heavyweight? Ooh. Swing fast, combo, trade, lay on him, kill him. Those should be the instructions to AJ. Guillos de Sosa. Change the battery in the smoke detector. I'll do that here after the live stream. AJ is nice. Is too nice of a guy. Taking selfies. AJ fights better when angry. I believe that. He fights better when he's angry. He's pissed off. He's about something. Okay, we got to 113 likes. We got 213. So guess what? Let's get 200 likes. I watched a video and showed the difference in footwork during the fight. Good place to start planning. Okay, now, is everybody riding with me? Give me a yes or a no. The undisputed will never happen. Thomas, it'll happen. It just probably won't even be with Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. Okay, we got a yes. Paul, Andrew, Khalil, King, AJ needs to learn some combos. KD Ortiz, Nikki Blue Eyes. Okay, great. All right, she. Or is it she? Yeah, it is she. Kitty B. Kurt, you think AJ can learn to fight southpaw? No. Why would he want to learn to fight southpaw? That's no. Okay. All right. Neil, Den, cool. Mr. S, nice. Abbas. Okay, great. So we're going to start now the second round. And here we go. Now, Joshua comes in. He is being light on his feet. He's bouncing more. So I guess that's the only way that you can. I guess that's how he defines light on your feet. Okay, now he's not authoritative with the jab. He's pawing with the fucking thing. He needs to be snapping it out there at Usyk. Okay, Usyk is moving to his right, jabbing, moving, feinting. Right? Joshua was instructed to do what? Right? Jab. Use the right when it's there. I've seen the right for Joshua a lot. If he knows that mostly Usyk, now Usyk is going to his left. He's going to his left, and he's doing a cat and mouse with that right hand. Joshua shoots a right hand to the body. Okay? Now, here's the deal. When I'm looking at Joshua, he throws a left. He shoots a jab out, but he feints a hook, and I think he catches him. But then he gets caught with a hook himself. Then a jab to the body. Okay? Now, have you noticed anything? The guys are watching along with me. If you notice anything about Joshua, what is he not doing? He is not moving his head. There's no side to side. There's nothing with the jab with authority. Okay? You got to pump that jab out. Keep him back. You know what I mean? But even though, if you look at Usyk, though, Usyk, stays back farther enough. He doesn't come and crowd Joshua. He stays back just enough so if that jab does snap, he can just lean back just a bit, right? Can he be exactly? No head movement. And look, watch what happens when he gets hit, though. Watch what happens when he gets hit. And he's about to get hit, right? Okay, now he's remembering the head movement because Usyk's come in. He's come in a bit, but he's not constant with it. See, now he's back on the line. He throws a hook that does no good. See, he gets caught again. No head movement. He has his guard up, but no head movement. He gets caught. Those are the type of punches that started those damn eyes swelling. Mark Lane, he is looking stiff. See, with that movement, he should have shot down to the body. He needs to be a little looser. See, you're right. He got that right parry. Because Usyk has his defense solid tight. He ain't getting hit with shots like Usyk is hitting him with shots. See, look at that jab. What's in that jab? He's pawned that jab out as though he's going to use it with authority. Like he's trying to set that right up with those little pawn jabs. But he's throwing the right out there just the same velocity and speed as the fucking left hand's jabs he's throwing. So let's see if they go back into his corner and see what see, he threw 4-punch combination. How many of these combinations have you seen him throw? Like that. He threw a jab, 2 jabs, a right and a left hook. See, he got caught like that because there's no head movement. He could have moved to the right and caught Usyk, right? If you're going to use it, use it. Now, we didn't really get instruction from that, so we can only go on what we've already heard, okay? He's not bouncing anymore. Do you see head movement from Joshua? Do you see, but look, here's the difference. Do you see the shit from Usyk, people? Now he gets jabbed. He does get it caught with a jab. Why? Because there is no head movement. See, look at that. Head movement. That's why he missed that right hand. Because Usyk comes in and leans. Look at that. Head movement. Now Joshua's remember, hey, let me try to be light on my feet. Let me bounce. Let me bounce. Look at that. 1-2. And he gets caught. Why? Because he was right on the line. So, could you blame, though, saying that he's been hit with hard punches, all right? Could you say that that's Rob McCracken's fault? Based on what Rob told him. He was on the line. He should have got off the line. He told him, don't get on the line, move side to side, right? That's what that means. Do not stay on the line. You're in the line of fire right here. You need to move. You need to move. Okay? Easy. You need to move. You need to move. Okay? He's not doing any of that shit. He's looked like he's stiff and he's looking for one punch. See, even the jab, it's almost though like this is a damn choreography. It's looked like some shit I would do for a movie. Honestly. Look, now he caught a right hook. He caught a jab, then a right hook. Both times, no head movement. None. He gets caught with another right hook. No head movement. Now, Usyk, if you notice, he's either coming over the jab of Joshua or he's parrying it and jabbing Joshua. Or he's just parrying it just because he's not even coming with authority with that jab. That jab's supposed to be... It's supposed to be out there. So if it does catch Usyk, he can't just parry it just like he was doing then. Now Joshua has that right hand up, right? Now he's trying to lean in. Now he's what Joshua's doing, he's leaning, but who is he doing that like? He's trying to imitate fucking Usyk. Right hand lands for Usyk. Right hook, actually. Left hook, left cross hurt him. That's that punch that hurt him. Now he's coming. Now Usyk's coming for him because he know I got him. True, Kurt. AJ needs to throw that jab. I know, Kenny. He needs to throw it, and because he's not throwing it, Usyk's able, and he was able to set up those shots. Okay. See, Joshua. Let's see what he's instructed because we're gonna need to see this and hear this. See, he's right there. Boom! He gets caught. Right on the center line. He starts smiling, but then he's not correcting it. So, he's right there to get hit. There's no head movement. Okay? He could have moved directly to his right and missed that whole thing. Joshua could have went to his right and avoided that whole thing.
That lovely left shot.
Well, I don't. AJ stays away from Dillian White. AJ was not ready for that punch. No, well then, boy, here's the thing. Ready for the punch, he didn't have to get hit with it any fucking way if he was moving his head. Now he gets caught again and he stumbles, right? And I think that worries Joshua because he's like, man, this dude could really thump to be a little ass cruiserweight. AJ is a bigger man. He should put that weight behind his jab and lean forward. Yeah, he should, but he's not. AJ needs Manny Robles, Florida. All right. But then again, how good was Robles at demanding something from his fighter? You know? Not saying he couldn't be a good trainer. I like Manny Robles. Don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, if you need someone more authoritative that's going to listen. He gets caught with another right hand. No head movement. Okay, so AJ would so easily gas with extra weight. Yeah, look, if he would have came in at 250, even 245, Joshua would probably been knocked out in the 11th round. Like to see you in the ring with AJ. I mean, I would spar him. Fuck, I would fight him. You know what I mean? Give me some money. I would fight him. I mean, I'm not afraid of these fucking guys. I'm a heavyweight. But, you know, I'm not a professional. You know what I mean? That's where it ends. You know what I mean? I should hang out with Rob. Keep him long. Stay off the center line. Be light on your feet. Stay behind the jab. Use the right. And then he gets caught with a left that hurts him just when he lands that right hand in the fourth. The only thing I think that helped the psyche of Joshua is that Usyk, he swelled so much. Kurt, stick to boxing them burgers. Stay safe. Damn. All right. I like to see Kurt floor Tywin Booth. That would be a good fight. I don't know how much he weighs, though. Because, see, you knock out someone like Ty, the first thing people are going to say is, damn, you know, you're so much bigger than him. But, I mean, he's a boxer, so the motherfucker can fight, so you can't feel that much for him. Kurt, Teddy will always be wrong in his prediction, but somehow he was right about the fight. Okay, let's see. Let's see what he says. Smarter punching. Okay, now did you hear what Rob said, right? He said the jab needs to be more. You need to do more with the jab. So let's see. Okay, let's see here. He goes and yeah, the streaming is something else. Well, this here is going into the 5th round. Usyk does have beautiful footwork, man. If you don't recognize that, Kenny B, I'm on round 4. It's between round 4 going into rounds 5. Okay, be a little smarter with your punches. Okay, all right. That shit ain't telling me nothing. Okay, you know what I mean? That shit ain't telling me nothing. Like, hey, be smarter with your punches. That means just like fucking be better. Be better at what you were doing. You know, what's stopping though? See, what they're not saying is what's stopping him from getting hit with that straight left? Okay, what's stopping that? Kurt, you see that how us? Huh? Didn't hear that one. AJ needs to bend the rules. See, Usyk's in and out, feints, head movement. And see, Joshua, I get Joshua's tentative and he makes him reluctant because he doesn't want to throw the jab. But understand, those little jabs that he's throwing, that he's not familiar with them because of the movement of Usyk. Usyk has the rhythm. If you notice, he has Joshua's rhythm. Look at how, look, he jabs. 1. 1. And see, the only way you catch Usyk clean is when he's attacking you, but he's hitting you at 3 or 4. If you can hit him in between, somebody like Wilder would be very dangerous for Usyk because Wilder will time that shit like he'll try to Spilka Usyk. He'll try to Arthur Spilka Usyk. Just try to catch him coming straight in and knock his ass out so he won't be a problem all night long. That's what Wilder would try to do. Now Joshua's doing something different in the 1st round. I mean, the 5th round. He's throwing uppercuts to the body. And he should have been doing that since round 1. Usyk rips Wilder apart. He will and can. But see, that doesn't mean that Wilder won't catch him with one of them right hands. That's why that fight would be so intriguing. Because people would be looking like, damn, will Wilder throw that punch? See, Usyk is, look, all he does, he's throwing, he's moving side to side. Now, he throws a right that gets over the guard. That's a good punch by Joshua. Joshua, you see at Joshua, when he throw these punches, it's more mustard, you know? But then Joshua then throws a right. And then see Joshua, he's not moving his head. He's constantly trying to pick up where he left off with that right hand that he threw as a hook. Okay? He threw an overhand right hand hook on Usyk. And he landed it once, but Usyk's already made the adjustments. And he's hit Joshua 4 or 5 times. So instead of him trying to go back to the body, he has to remember, oh yeah, I can't hit him to the body. I can. Wilder KOs bombs only. Look at his record. Did you see Howard Foster's scorecard on Saturday? How did AJ score 115 to 113? The man is a joke. Well, yeah, I forgot about that. I got to counterpunch that because I know Eddie Hearn has came out and other, sources. Hey, he was actually winning. Usyk has got AJ's number. Usyk might have a lot of people's number, man. You know what I mean? It'll get to the point where And let me tell you, all it takes is for Usyk to either fight. If he beats Wilder, Usyk will be an enemy. Look at the head movement, though. Now, see, he threw that right, and that punch was there a lot of the times. He just didn't throw enough of them, Joshua. But it's because of the defense and the speed. Jenny Sinclair, counterpunch to you. Once guys get hit in training with southpaws on the regular, Usyk will be a blip in the radar. He's awkward, not elite. No, I don't think he's awkward. I think he's a guy that knows what the hell he's doing. And see, look, for the record, southpaws are not in the same stance. So if you want to use awkward, I guess you could if you just wanted to take credit away from a guy that's just in a different stance. Because you think about it. A lot of times their feet are crossed, their jabs are front, they're in front, so they're jabbing with the guy, so that's on the front leg, both of these guys. So it would seem awkward or not as comfortable. A southpaw is the difference because he's fights from opposite stances. That doesn't mean he's awkward. Maybe to a person that doesn't know shit about fighting a southpaw, that's something that they would say. Just like a person would say, "Oh man, that dude, he's a runner." Well, no, he's a boxer. And he's just boxing the shit out of you, and you're not able to do anything about it, and it's frustrating. And a lot of people like to, he's running, like Canelo did or Oscar Valdez did. They would rather a fighter, they would say a fighter's running than to say, "Hey, that's a real slick boxer that I couldn't really do shit with." I know why Vladimir chased Usyk out of the camp after sparring. Yeah, you know why? Because he did that same shit to Vladimir. And Vladimir was like, "Fuck you, you fucking rookie. Get out of my motherfucking gym. Get out. Go. Please. You're doing this and shit in front of people, making me look like a schmuck." Nah. No, sorry. Schmuck. I don't think the trilogy winner would do any better against Usyk. He's just on another level. King Midas. It is what it is. James West, blessed from the best. Counterpunch to you. Thank you for that super chat sticker. Let's see. When I told my friends Usyk would beat AJ, they called me a hater. I mean, Green Mile, are you from the UK? And are you talking about bona fide AJ fans? Like diehards? That was a good right. I mean, Usyk took it though. But AJ didn't do anything. Now he caught him with that round hook. Now he should have went to the body. When he caught Usyk upstairs like that, he should have went right to the body. Bow! You know what I mean? But more than likely, Usyk would have went the opposite direction. That's why you cut off the ring, come in with an uppercut, come in with a right, follow the left hook. You probably would have missed 2 out of 3 of those, but it would have at least been, an effort. I heard from Rob McCracken, right? Side to side. So I heard side to side. All right. So now Joshua is throwing these right uppercuts. And that made the fight very interesting, you know. But to me, I don't know I don't know why he wasn't using, have you seen him throw a jab like you normally see Joshua throw? Look at another Joshua fight. He never throws it like that. He gets caught with a left on that. Then another jab. Why? Because he decided not to use his head movement. Wilder's corner will not save him. If the ref saves him, the ref will be accused of cheating Wilder. So the ref needs to stay out of it. If he dies, he dies. Dennis, I mean, that's what Wilder wants. Usyk did take some shots in the fight. Something else that will play on AJ's mind, the little man didn't fall over. Mark Stanton. He has to understand, like, look, I have to beat this dude's ass. See that left hook to the body? They had to coach him outside that. They said left hook, and he threw the left hook. He wasn't going to throw that left hook. He was trying to headhunt. And I think Joshua tried too much to headhunt. And I think the punches to the body were just punches to throw just because they were there. They weren't punches that he really wanted to. Now he gets caught with a right hook. He's going straight back, which no fucking body ever does, or you shouldn't ever do. And he gets canned with another left cross from Usyk. But Usyk's moving, slipping, dipping, okay? He's doing all those things. Look at that. Right hand lands. Another straight left hand lands. You know, and then Joshua tries to be cutesy. I'm like, dude, why are you moving your head now? Move that shit when he's throwing these punches. Focus on when he's going to throw these shots. He's throwing so many of them. He catches Usyk with a straight right, but he doesn't capitalize. Usyk hits him with a right hook. Jab for Joshua. Wow, that's a forgotten punch. Now he gets caught with a left that makes him stagger back again. And imagine somebody in the backstage is seeing Joshua fly the fuck back after taking the left. It's going to look bad. It's going to look crazy. Kurt, who you got? Fury, Usyk. I got Usyk because I don't think Tyson Fury is even ready for somebody like Usyk. Does he have a better chance? Well, it would be more of a tactical bout. Because, see, Usyk is not going to be, understand this, Usyk is not going to be there for Fury to lay on. That's what you don't understand. Like, he's not going to be that guy. The Ukrainian cats, they don't like to be grabbed. So the minute he tries to grab Usyk and tries to do uppercuts and get him in, he's not even, for one, he's not even going to put himself in position to do that. Look at Usyk. He's in and out, in and out. He wants to score on someone, right? And he knocked the shit out of Joshua, and you know that bothered him too. Bow! Look at it, and then he went back. Now, that was a trip from the foot, but it looks bad to the judges and to the fans. But what happened ultimately? He didn't move his head. Fury hasn't been active enough to deal with someone like Usyk. Well, I would hate for him to go into a fight with Usyk right after Wilder. If he knocks out Wilder and then he thinks he can just go in there and do some silly shit like that to Usyk, he would be in bad shape. Because understand, it's almost been 2 years since Tyson Fury been in the ring. He needs some rounds. I still think Joshua's too heavy. He needs to lose at least 10 more pounds. Yeah, a lot of people saying he needs to gain weight. Like, the way he's fighting, it's just almost like, hey, that weight is not even helping him. You could tell he's lost a lot. Fury may be the only man who could beat him. Maybe. It might appear like that. Just like I thought Sugar Shane Mosley was the only guy that was going to beat Floyd Mayweather. I was fucking wrong. I was wrong. I had Mosley beating Mayweather. And the first couple of rounds, you thought that too, didn't you? Usyk knocks Fury out cold. He don't knock him out cold. He just beats the shit out of him. Once Fury finds out that this guy's full of feints and jives and bullshit snapping jabs to try to stay back, and he's able to get up under him, right? It's going to take a while. It'll take about 3 or 4 rounds, you know, but Usyk is going to be on the money with Fury. It'll be a good fight. Well, I think he could just get the shit beat out of him. I think he'll get beat round after round. That's a good right to the body by Joshua. Now, here's the thing. He should have, he's not doing enough. Usyk can damn sure KO Fury. Look at Cunningham. Cunningham was a cruiserweight, wasn't he? Good straight left. Good defense from Usyk. And Usyk's throwing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the thing. That's the difference. Joshua, based on the shit that we seen Joshua do in training, Joshua had us thinking like, man, Joshua gonna come in throwing 4 or 5 punches to Usyk's 2 or 3. That's why he's training so hard. Good right uppercut to the body. Ooh, good straight left upstairs. And I don't think this should be in the UK though. Honestly, I mean, I think it should be in America. You know, probably Joshua wouldn't like that. He's like the idea of losing in America. Both times I fought in America, that would suck. Oh, he took that steam out of him, huh? Well, I know he made him. He probably chased him. Can Usyk even reach Tyson's neck? Of course he can. He's fought tall guys before. Understand that. Hold on a second, guys. I will be right back. Okay, now we are in round 6. All right. AJ should come out blasting the first 3 rounds and then throw in the towel if he does.
I had just come from getting I was either coming from getting some water. I was on my way to go get some water. So yeah, we have.
How much of a pay cut was Usyk willing to take? All sound bites for casuals. Well, I mean, he was mandatory, and I think he got what he got. I don't even know. That's a good question. But if you notice, that wasn't even really a factor now, was it? It was like, hey, you fight me or you give up the damn belt. So that's crazy. So, oh, it was 5 million pounds for Usyk. Okay, so this is no, this is round 9, bro. So Usyk is now throwing. He's more aggressive. Joshua tried that over the that hit, not hitting behind the head, but holding, hitting type of shit that he does. Now I'm grateful the ref called that. You know, and a lot of times though, Usyk was right in front of Joshua when Joshua would throw 1, 2, or 3. He's just out of range. Now, mind you, if Usyk was taller, he would be more of a target, and and then that would be easier for AJ being the shorter guy because Usyk kind of sometimes he crouches in, you know. Well, Usyk just has. Look, he's in there with a heavy puncher, so you got to remember AJ can punch. So anything he hits a guy with thin skin, like Usyk, it's gonna show, and that's what it did. He was in a fight. He just did more than Joshua that night. Bars. AJ needs a break. Let Usyk try out the heavyweights who come to fight. Then we'll see how long the reign lasts. That would be cool to see. You know what I mean? Let him fight the top 3. That would be badass. You know what I mean? And it would humble everybody too, because see, if there was nobody else to fight, that means people would have to duck Usyk. Because see, at that point, everybody would still want to fight Joshua. Then they would respect the shit that Joshua offers them because they would only get $3 or $4 million. Okay? So they'd probably have to throw it on a pay-per-view in order for it to make the money, if it does anything. Right? That would be the only thing. The back end money, fighting Usyk. But if Usyk whoops all those guys and those guys were in line to fight someone like Joshua or had the opportunity to fight Joshua and they don't, it is what it is. See, Joshua's looking for counters, but he's not creating. He's not going to the body. He doesn't know how to mix it up. He just caught a fucking hard left hook on the back foot from Usyk. Usyk now a millionaire. Will he stay hungry? I like to think so. Charlie, yes, he will. He will stay hungry. I mean, he's not. Look, you know why you didn't hear shit about money, people? Because he didn't do it for the money. Usyk didn't fight Joshua because he wants to be rich. He didn't want to fight Joshua, and he explained it as having his retirement check. Usyk fought Joshua because he thought he could beat Joshua, and he also wanted to be the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Now he is. Do you understand? Like, if Usyk beats the winner if he beats Joshua again, let's say that, and then the fight maybe this time next year happens for undisputed, maybe between either Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. Now that's if they get past their next fight. So let's say if Wilder beats Tyson Fury, they're probably going to put Wilder in there with a safe touch, because then they're going to wait for what happens for Joshua Usyk. Okay, so if Wilder wins, what they're going to do? Stop. What they're going to do is they're going to take someone like Adam Kalnaki. That's if he defeats. That's if he defeats um, the Nordic Nightmare, right? Ooh, good. That left hook is on the back foot and it's landing at will. This is round 10. And this is when Usyk is doing the most work. See, Joshua's throwing a hard punch every so often, but it's not doing well enough. It's not doing well enough. Mark D, nothing to add. Thanks for all the work you're putting in this. Mark D, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. You know, look at that. Right jab, left lands. No head movement by Joshua. And I think Joshua was worried about stamina. And a lot of times moving side to side, that creates you that makes you tired too, because you're still moving. See, Joshua, he's trying to move, but he's becoming unpredictable because he's moving to the side and then coming back. Moving to the side and coming back. You don't do that. You move to the side, you move to the side. You anticipate that person jabbing when you get back to the center line. Joshua, Joshua threw a hard right hand to the body right then. You know what I mean? That he should have been throwing those type of punches. He's definitely 6'9", I mean 6'8". The good defense from Usyk. Usyk has those hands up. Usyk is using that head. And see, he's making making Joshua throw, and then he's throwing a right with those power punches. That's why Joshua's not eager to throw hard punches. If Joshua was going to do anything, he should throw looping punches. You know, not those straight punches, because those straight punches will whiz right by Usyk's head, like we've seen a lot of them do that night. Now he takes another right, but Usyk takes that shot. He takes that shot. You know. Ooh, good straight left. And he tried to knock Joshua out with that punch. If he would have caught him with that last left, that would have did some impact. Jab for Usyk. Slipped Joshua's jab. Joshua's eyes looking jacked up right now. Okay. Now look. Look, another left lands. Another left lands. So there you go. He misses with the right. Now, this is round 11, okay? So round 11, what we're going to do, let's hear the instructions. Side to side, left hands high. Stay behind that jab. Move your head. Okay. What in the fuck did the jab do for Joshua through this fight? This is coming into round 11, and Rob McCracken is telling him to use his jab and keep his fucking left up. That's why you're getting hit. You were getting hit because, for one, the jab ain't working for you because you ain't fucking throwing it right. For two, you're getting hit because you're not moving side to side. So the things that Rob McCracken is telling him to do are pretty novice because he's getting the shit beat out of him now. He just got caught with a right hook, a left, coming with a right uppercut from Usyk. And the shit was beautiful. And Joshua didn't even see it coming. Joshua's trying to look for that one punch. You could tell he's a warrior, though. So he's trying to come in. He's getting into it. He's talking a little bit. You know, he's like, come on, let's get it. Let's get it. But then Usyk is preserving himself. Usyk's footwork is better than Sean Boyle's. Oh, God. Okay, let's see. We all wanted AJ Fury. Time the final round, Kurt. Well, it's 2 minutes left in the 11th. He gets caught with a right hook. And Joshua lands a partial right hand. Okay, now he's loading up on shots, but now he looks like that plodding older fighter that he used to be, bigger fighter. You know, he's trying to shake himself back, but you can tell he's getting tired. And if you notice, he's still going for the right hand. He should be going for the right to the body. That's what he should be going for because see now he's caught Usyk with shots. Look at those jabs. Miss, miss. Look at those jabs. Miss, miss. Look at those jabs. AJ needs to fight to his strength and use his size and power. Right hand, left. And then what's happening, Usyk is starting to throw the straight left, right hand, and then rolling out to his right. Now he caught Joshua with 2 left hands straight, 3 left hands, overhand left. See, those type of punches are breaking the big guy down. Okay. Now Joshua's trying to stay in there. He's trying to be light on his feet. He's following the instruction. I think he landed a right hand, but here comes Usyk. Usyk is matching him and his aggression for what he's doing. That's exactly what Usyk's doing. Okay. And then Joshua, he's not thinking, hey, let me go to the body, take some air out of the tire. Let me wait for the 12th round. He's not doing any of that shit. He's throwing that straight right, and he's missed a gang of times. That was a little touch. Good jab from Joshua finally, but that should have snapped his head back like he did Ruiz. This wasn't even a Ruiz 2 jab. Look, right hook, then look, he slides and then throws a straight left to the body, and it was just beautiful by Usyk. Usyk throws, bow, then dips, then bow, comes back to the body. I don't know. Who's this Sean Boyle character? You guys ever seen Weird Science? Gary! That's our 16-year-old boy. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Martha, so I want you to shut up. Usyk neutralized the jab. Well, the movement, but I think if he would have threw that, instead of this, he should have jabbed. Come from the waist. He has it up, and it's easy to see because Usyk, he sees that jab coming. There we go. Up. Then he gets out of the way. Yeah, he could have used his weight. This is the 12th and final round. So let's see what Rob McCracken told him, though. Let's see that, okay? Let's see what Rob McCracken has instructed him. So we'll at least see what was it any urgency. Okay, here we go. One jab and move back, rinse and repeat. Okay, let's see. Who is this Gary character? Now here is Vitali. He looks like he's up on it. Let's see here what we're talking about. So that really doesn't help us, right? But this last 12 round, based on the things that we've seen, we've heard from Joshua's corner, right? 1, 2, 3, straight left lands, jab lands, left lands for Usyk. All these are Usyk punches. So he's coming in on Joshua. Joshua's threw 2 punches, and there were 2 jabs which got slipped, 3 jabs that got slipped, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's just wasting energy. 8, 9, 10. He's pawing with the jab. You can't do that shit with Usyk. Now he catches him, but that was some Lennox Lewis shit he done. He pawed with the jab, kept his distance. When Usyk comes in, he shot the right. Those are the type of things that he just did. That thing, okay, he did for Lennox. He could have learned from Lennox Lewis. So, but we have a double left hook coming from the back foot from Alexander Usyk. And get this, Usyk is not fazed by that right hand. Okay? His face will tell you another story. he couldn't keep Usyk a distance with his longer reach to catch him. If Usyk's reach was longer somehow. No, I think because if his reach was longer, he wouldn't work as much on his legs. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 punch, 5 he's hit Joshua with. He's just picking him apart. That's what I kept telling people. Muhammad Ali wasn't the hardest puncher. He just hit you with punches and bunches. They will eventually break you down. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Look, he's 4. No head movement from Joshua. None. None from Joshua. Joshua's throwing 2 lazy jabs. He throws a 3rd jab and it just gets parried down by the right hand of Usyk. Good straight left by Usyk. And Usyk's back out. He's out of position. He's out of position. Good right from Joshua. Good right from Joshua. But is it enough? No, because he should have rallied after that. Because Usyk's right in front of him. He was right in front of him. And then here comes Usyk, right? Usyk knows, hey, I'm in this guy's backyard. So I'm going to close the show like I know to go. Now look. You can see Joshua, he throws Joshua off of him. Shows that, hey, man, I'm 220 pounds. I can shove your 240-pound ass on somewhere or more, right? And he did that. But look, there was no resistance from Joshua because he's so damn tired. Miss, jab, right hand, miss, left hook misses, jab misses. A left and a right hook lands for Usyk. A left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Here comes the rally, right hand. Now there is movement from Joshua, but there's nothing coming back. He sticks his tongue out like, hey, yeah, you think you got me. But look at the body language of both fighters. Look at Joshua. He hangs over the stool, right? Like somebody just punched him in the gut before he even sits down. Usyk saying his prayers like he knows to do, right? On his knees in the middle of the ring. He kisses the ground or the canvas. Look at Joshua. Joshua looks like he needs medical assistance. They're rubbing his forehead. They're rubbing his eyes. They're checking his head. They're doing everything to Joshua that looked like they had just stopped this shit. Usyk's older, balder. He was like a boulder. Bars. AJ needs to keep the distance and fast on his hands and feet. Well, look, here's the thing. Rob McCracken told him to do certain things, and based on what Rob McCracken said, people, do you think that was enough for Anthony Joshua to win this fight? Do you think that's the case? Do you think that was enough for him based on the instruction? Now, it's a difference if Anthony didn't. How many of you guys think that he followed the instructions of Rob McCracken versus not following the instructions? Kurt, show the back of your head. Connor Burner, counterpunch to you. Big amount of light punches that you don't see can be very wearisome. Yeah. Igor, counterpunch to you. See, who do you blame? You blame Rob McCracken? Do you blame Anthony Joshua? Can you make someone do something you told him to do? But then again, did everything Rob McCracken told him to do, did it really help? Would it have really worked anyway? That's the question. It's just a question, guys. Maybe Usyk has a rock chin, bro. I know he has a rock chin. If he didn't have a rock chin, Derek Chisora would have mauled him and he would have ran over Usyk just like he knocked out. Like he knocked out is it Chisora? Not Chisora. Chisora knocked out Spilka. Remember Chisora knocked out Spilka? He just hit him, bam, and Spilka was, and he went over there and then just KO'd him, knocked him clean out. He probably thought he was Dillian White. He probably seen flashes of Dillian White. You know? Now that hurt Joshua. Joshua took a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look. And no point did Joshua think, man, let me swing back on this freaking guy. Stop. AJ landed a big punch. Big punch is not going to work against punches and bunches like Usyk was throwing. Okay? Can AJ win a rematch, Kurt? Nah, but the thing is, does he want it? He may talk a good game. He may say, "Hey, I'm on fire." You know what's coming, but it's all up to AJ if he wants that fight or not. And if he wants it, he better do it. He better know what's going on with him. He better know what's going on with him, because that guy looked like a defeated guy on that damn bar stool. Would David Hay train AJ? Well, shit, it wouldn't do him no good. You'd probably manage him, right? DJ AJ's a quitter. St. Don, AJ got to go to Usyk's body. He hates it. Yeah, but he didn't. He didn't do it enough. And when he figured it worked, he still didn't do it enough. He still didn't do it enough. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? You know? And the right guy got the win. That's the most important part. If this would have been some bullshit like that, this would have really discouraged me watching boxing, because this was more than likely the biggest fight of the year. You know what I mean? This and Tyson Fury and Wilder. These are the two biggest fights of the year. So if you had a bullshit decision on the biggest fight of the year, in the way that Usyk showed everybody he wasn't too small, he showed everybody that he can hang, he showed everybody that he could bang, he showed everybody how special that he was and the reason he was the former cruiserweight champion of the world, and then he gets robbed, dude, I would probably, I don't know. I wouldn't say I would. I would rant for a week straight. I would do so many videos about the corruption from the UK all across the pond over this way, bars, then people will be like, dude, what are you turning into Bruce fucking Wayne? Yeah, I would have turned into Bruce fucking Wayne. Because that would be no reason, looking at this fight, seeing how it was fought, looking at the body language of Joshua, seeing that he was buckled a few times, seeing that he almost got knocked out in the 12th round, throwing one punch at a time, and then they turn around and give it to him? No. You know what I mean? I would be Bruce fucking Wayne. That was the fairest decision I have seen in boxing for a long time. Taz 4100. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make not trolling, okay? Because I wouldn't be trolling. But at the end of the day, I think I think that this was a great decision. Can he beat Usyk? I know he can bust his face up. But shit, can he do something to hurt Usyk? You know, Ryan. Big shout out to the UK though. Fury, best Wilder, first time, and they give it a draw when he pretty much won. Well, that's true, but hey, there was knockdowns in that fight. For real, Kurt, I was worried they were going to rob Usyk. He cleared. Yeah, that would be it would be discouraging for the sport, but it would also be discouraging for someone like Usyk. Then Usyk probably would have the mindset like Austin Trout or Erislandy Lara, like, oh well, fuck, my boxing skills and ability and my gift that I have from the big man upstairs ain't enough. So I'm gonna have to start doing shit that I normally don't do. And by really getting into heavyweight division, putting himself in dangerous situations. So I'm glad that it didn't come to that, because then Usyk would start doubting himself. And that's the last thing you want a winner to do, especially a guy like Usyk, to take unnecessary bullshit because enough wasn't enough that day because of corruption. Look into the AJ corner towel thing, Kurt. The fight should have probably have not gone to points. Mark Stanton, I seen that, but then there's a difference between throwing in the towel and then spinning the towel. Now you could wave the towel, but he was outside. I don't think he went over the ropes with it. That'll be a certain thing. I'll still counterpunch it though, no problem. Because I've seen it a couple times. Right before this live stream, I would have ran it same way, Kurt. Nikki. That's how that's wrong. It would have been wrong. Usyk is Joshua's God. I don't know about that. You called a DQ October 9th. Explain it. DC Duncan. Um, the animosity from Team Wilder. Um, I think there wasn't enough energy dispersed, and if something did happen, let's say the clinch, you got okay, you got a Wilder that despises Fury. Fury supposedly despises Wilder, but I think Wilder really hates Fury. So I think if anything, any of the antagonizing and the behind it, I think it would be points deducted and then a disqualification because the fight would just be that nasty and murky. And I think Wilder would do something like, you know what I mean, try to, whatever. However it'll come. If I think, and if it ends in a disqualification, don't say I didn't tell you so. Wilder would take another L, but then his fans won't lose face because he didn't get beat the fuck up or knocked the fuck out. There you go. So I think they'll still I want Fury. Like, dude, get over Fury. You know what I mean? Benjamin Alexander. May I look forward to it if it happens. I look forward to it if it happens. If it happens, it happens. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But we do have Tyson the Gypsy King Fury versus Deontay Wilder. I will do a poll, but honestly, I think it was a combination between Joshua not even following what the coach or McCracken told him to do. He didn't even execute that right. But was the plan right from the get-go? No, I don't think so. I don't think it was at all. I think it was a situation where it was 50-50. So if it is 50-50, do you blame only McCracken? And the question I asked you guys a couple days ago, if Joshua would have found a way to knock out Usyk, would we be saying this sack McCracken shit? Would we be saying the same tune? Okay? So I think that's what happened at the end of the day. Fury should face a mandatory before any unification. It's been too long already. King Midas, that's true. But then, you think Mauricio Suleiman is going to do that? Hey, Kurt, Eddie should have made Usyk versus Sean Boyle. Wilder versus AJ and Fury Usyk are two great fights. They are. Fury versus Wilder will be a domination of on one side or the other. Likely Fury, but I'm not writing Wilder off. You shouldn't. He has that punch. I don't trust Suleiman one bit. No, you don't supposed to. Why would you trust a politician? That's all he is. I want to see Sanchez versus Ortiz. Cuba versus Cuba. Yeah, that would be good. That would be real good, actually. A young guy or versus an older guy. But anyway, man, I'm glad you guys came along with me. I think it was 50-50. I think Rob McCracken, he may be a little bit too stagnant for Joshua at this part of his career. But then as much as he knows the instruction of Rob McCracken or what they worked on, he wasn't able to execute it. Therefore, I can't 100% blame Rob McCracken. You can only blame Rob McCracken if Rob McCracken was just telling him absolute bullshit. Everything that he told him wasn't absolute bullshit. It was based off the game plan. Now, here's the irony. The game plan was absolute bullshit. But the things that he told him, specifics he told him to do, people, was with the jab. Look for the right hand. Try to be light on your feet. Stay your ass off the line. Move your head. Nothing's wrong with that. AJ versus Ortiz. I'm not sure, man. It would be dangerous if Ortiz hurt Joshua, because Ortiz hurt you, he's going to try to take your head off. I don't give a shit if he's 85 years old. He's going to try to give you an 85-year-old ass whooping. So it's dangerous at the end of the day. It really is. It's been a pleasure always. Kurt, thank you for this live. No problem. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next one. God bless. And everybody has been counterpunched. Peace.